You're in this role for 6 years and you've never been a mobster before. It's not like you did it for a day or 2 or 5 minutes or an hour or a drive. How do you go for 6 years? I mean, if you go for 6 years, a part of me is curious to know, did you at one point actually forget about the fact that you're an FBI agent and you became a mobster? Or was it like you're living a double life, like a man who's married to 2 different wives and neither one of them knows about the other wife?
I never lost the fact that I was an FBI agent.
Never.
Joe Pistone. No. To me, all my undercover roles were just another investigation.
And you never got emotionally attached?
No.
Never?
No. Did I like Lefty or like Sonny? There were certain traits about the guys that I did, but I never got emotionally attached to them that, oh man, this guy's going to go to jail or this guy's going to get killed. Because long-term deep undercover, everybody can't do. It's a special personality and a special mental toughness that the guys that do deep cover and long-term can do.
Was there a moment where you were so into deep, and I know you wanted to be a made guy because you were upset when they took you out because you wanted to be a made guy. Was it you wanted to be a made guy because of a self-recognition, competitive side of you, or because of pride that I went in and I made it all the way up to being a made guy, or that the hit was going to be bigger if you were a made guy to be able to say, look, I infiltrated and I got all the way up to being a made guy? Which one was it for you?
We got 6 years invested in this.
It's a long time.
Okay. Nobody in the undercover field has ever gotten this close to the Mafia where I was going to be a made guy in 4 months. Why not wait out the 4 months and let me get made?
For what though? What was your motivation?
The motivation is that look at the kick in the arse to the Mafia. They made an FBI agent. Because remember, up until this time, the Mafia was like an invincible entity to the American public. Do they won? They had an undercover agent at the top echelon of the families, putting different families together, but they also made him. You see the bad publicity and
Do you prefer Donnie Brasco's life or Joe Pistone's life?
Joe Pistone's life.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Now let me ask you, let me restate the question. Joe Pistone is not married. He doesn't have 3 kids, okay? And Joe becomes a FBI agent. Do you prefer Joe Pistone's life or Donnie Brasco's life?
Joe Pistone
Still.
Yeah.
So you have there was no part of it where you got so deep where you're like, my gosh, this life is fascinating to me. You truly wanted to take these guys down.
Yeah, because that was my job. That was my job.
I get it. I understand the job part.
But it might be hard to. But
let me explain to you why. And here's how I'm processing this. Say I'm married, but let's just say I'm, John Doe, and I'm married to a girl named Mary. Okay, and I love Mary. Okay, and I work with this girl, and Mary works at Sears, and I work at IBM, and I start getting really close to this girl, and maybe I'm starting to spend a lot of time with her. And me and Mary are going through issues. And this girl here is treating me really good. And it happens 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. She's cried. We've had moments. Nothing's yet happened, okay? Emotionally, I'm getting a little too deep with this relationship here, right? Emotionally, if you think about it. There was never that moment for you where emotionally you didn't go into the other side where feeling, never. No. Wow. So then that says a lot about your mental and emotional toughness to be able to process it that way and never get into deep, because you were able to convince Lefty that you were the person he loved.
Yeah, and Sonny Black too.
So maybe you need to go play poker, these poker tournaments, and you got the glasses on already, so you look like you're ready to play poker and crush everybody.
And my outlook is, look, everybody has a choice in life. You chose to be a gangster. I chose to be an FBI agent. So if you want to be a gangster,
go be it.
Go be it. I chose to be an FBI agent. And as an FBI agent, my job is, if we know you are breaking the law, to gather evidence of you breaking the law